there, fellow marketers. Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to talk about is the non-advertising side of integrated marketing communications, because there's ways that we communicate with our customers that aren't just about ads. There's other things we're going to do, right? And we're going to talk about some of those today, because some you might see might be sales promotions, right? We're going to do things in order to inspire people to buy or inspire them and get them excited to go to the store, whether it's making deals to them or loyalty programs and stuff like that. We've got a video that goes through all those sales promotions kind of things, but there are those things we got to think about. But there's also things like public relations, the marketing team, the sales team, these kind of things. We really have to think about that when we're developing our integrated marketing communications kind of plan and strategies, okay? So if we look at public relations, what are public relations? Well, this is the way when we manage our communications with different stakeholders with our business. So it might be the people in your community where your business is. It could be your customers that are out there. It could be your clients. It could be all kinds of different people that your business touches, right? And so we want to make sure we've got a good relationship with them. Hence public relations. You're relating with the public in all kinds of different ways. And of course, the main overall kind of push for public relations is to get a positive image of our business out there in the community, out there to our stakeholders. So you're going to do things like that. You're going to be making those brochures that make your company look so good. I mean, if you're a college student, how many brochures did you get when it was time for you to look for colleges? And they all were all glossy and nice, and everyone's sitting there, oh yes, we're studying in front of this famous statue. Look at us, we're having this fantastic food. Look, we're having fun. I'm throwing the football on the quad. Now, we all know that's not how it really works when you're at school, right? Okay, you know that, but the brochures are trying to put it in the best light possible. Look, you're going to have fun at school, you're going to learn here, you're going to make new friends, the food's really good. They're going to show all those fun things and good things about it in their brochures. 97% job placement, everybody loves coming back, our team is the best. They're going to do that because they're trying to put a positive spin on things. And those brochures that you get, hey, that's what they're trying to do. But that positive spin, it's not just the glossy brochures that the public relations team does. One, they might do press releases, right? You're going to say, look, our team played this, or our students were ranked #1 in the country for this. And they're going to send it out to different news outlets and things like that to hopefully, maybe it'll show up in the newspaper. Maybe these things will happen. People will see what we've been doing. We want to have those kind of things. And speaking of seeing what things we're doing, you also might see different videos they make. You know, hey, you got their YouTube channel showing their students doing things and stuff like that. Or maybe on Instagram stories, you'll see something going on. Like they'll do things like that to kind of show maybe the service projects they're doing, the good things they're doing in the community, how they're reaching out, how our team is growing together. Because there's all kinds of ways that public relations can spread the good word and help the good word and help, you know, with that good image. Another thing you're going to see in public relations is the website. Because the website might collect all that. They might have the videos, and the brochures, and the news releases all there together. So if people want to find out about the university or they want to find out about the business, they can go to the website and find out about it, okay? And we want to control that narrative. We want people to see everything in the most positive light possible, and so we're going to put the most positive light on that website. And so you'll do that. Other things you might see public relations doing is they're putting out those annual reports, you know, all your financial statements and things like that. We've got to release those, or maybe talking about the future growth of the university or first year growth of the business. You're talking about that. And I know these are all like really positive things, but also public relations has to do with some of the bad things too. Whether there are scandals or recalls and stuff like that, it's their job to kind of deal with the community, talk to the stakeholders, get the information out there so they're communicating, hence integrated marketing communication. They're communicating with those stakeholders, okay? So you have the public relations side of it. So we've had sales promotions, we've had public relations, and then the third one I want to kind of talk about is actual personal selling. Because the thing is when we're communicating with our clients, a lot of times it's our salespeople. Hey, Mark Wolters, darn good to meet you. Yeah, we have to have that person out there that's talking to the clients. That's, you know, marketing to them, selling to them, learning from them, getting that information. We have all these things where the sales force really is the person of the company, right? And that person is communicating with those clients. Because we're doing this one-on-one marketing between the sales staff and the client. And so that also is communication. So what you'll see is if you go work at a company, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have a handbook of how to talk to your customers, how do you deal with your customers, how you should walk in. I mean, I go around to restaurants around the world and they all have the same thing. good morning, welcome to McDonald's, how may I help you? You're like, everywhere you go, bienvenido a McDonald's. You're like, welcome to McDonald's, awesome. Bienvenido a McDonald's. You're like, willkommen. And you're like, everywhere I go, everyone's welcome to McDonald's. This is so nice. But the thing is, they're doing that so people have the same experience with the sales staff, whether you're in Berlin or you're in Bangkok or you're in Boston, right? And even if you go to towns that don't start with B, okay? You're doing that so your personal sales staff and your personal selling is kind of communicating the same version of your brand, the same version of your project everywhere you go. And that's why you spend the time and energy and money to train your sales staff to do the best job possible to represent your company, to say what's good about it and things like that, to let people know about all these sales promotions we have and things like that. So there's a lot of different things that you can do that's not advertising, that is still integrated marketing communication. And I only talked about 3 of them here. There's a lot more out there. So if you want to learn more, I do suggest you watch our video on sales promotions because I go more in depth about all these fun little things back here. Anyway, I wish you all the best and have a great day. Oh, also, if you want to learn more, you want to watch some more business videos, go see us at ProfessorWolters.com. Bye.